So hey friend, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now on Sunday, we all know it was the world's Father's Day. It was on the 20th of June. And for our country here, Uganda, it was celebrated yesterday, which is the 21st. So today is 22nd of June. It's a Tuesday. And I felt intrigued because there's something that I found out on Sunday. I was flipping through Instagram and seeing what people were posting there. And I happened to land on a comment section under someone's post, and that because this person had posted and she was asking people what is the greatest advice that your father has ever given you, and people shared their hearts out. They shared their greatest advice that their fathers gave them, and I felt intrigued to share this with you because I know because I was sharing yesterday with a friend, and they told me that the father was never there. He was never supportive. He was never a father. He never present. He abused the girl. The father was never there, and I'm sorry on behalf of the fathers. However much I'm not yet a father, but I'm sorry on behalf of the irresponsible fathers. Please, kids are suffering because you've not taken your place. But today, that's not what has brought us. Today, I've just come to share with you a little bit of that knowledge, because I realized that under this comment section, we are going to pick. We are going to be picking different minds from different countries, from different ages, from different people, but all in the name of advice from a father. So today, I want to share this with you, and then after, I'll share with you the greatest advice that my father has given me as a son. I'm just going to be reading for you the quotes, and then these advices that different fathers give to their people, like to their children. And I want you to pick that which resonates with you, and feel free to share with us what your father has shared with you, what your father has instilled in you, what your father has given you to help you in this life. Please put it in the comment section, because someone reading through might get inspired, just like I was when I was reading through this comment section. Otherwise, let's kick started with this one. Talking is important, but find someone with whom you can be quiet together. Amazing. Don't sweat the petty things, and don't pet the sweaty things. Whatever that means, whoever has gotten it, you've gotten it. Liking it is optional. Sometimes you just have to buckle down and do it. Action. Always be able to take care of yourself. Very important. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. That is very, very true. If you're gonna be down, you better be tough. If you're going to be down, then you better be tough. Well, if you're gonna be dumb, then you better be tough. Now, two wrongs don't make a right. Just because someone acts poorly doesn't mean you have to also. I miss and I love my dad every day. Oh, that's well thought of you. He always said, the dad, don't buy things when you don't have the money for it. Now, this goes to every young person, me inclusive, because sometimes we usually buy things that we don't have money for. How? We spend on things that we don't have money for by getting probably, you know what I'm talking about. Take care of and respect lump sums of money. Take care of and respect lump sums of money. Now, this is being wise, and this is being careful with money. Yeah. Let hope always guide your way. Let hope always guide your way. Hope is the expectation of better things to come. So let that expectation guide your way. When you move with an expectation of something good to happen, boy, it will happen. It will happen. It will give you courage, it will give you braveness, and it will give you optimism to keep on moving. So let hope always guide your way. Care, but do not worry. Care, but do not worry. And all the world loves a trier. He's been gone 29 years, and I miss him every day. Wow, may he so rest well. You can't have anything nice. Really? You can have something nice. You can have anything nice. You can have anything nice. Do not depend on others to do your job. Take help from others, but you are the one who needs to complete it. Now that's the responsibility that we are supposed to be having. You're supposed to take care of take help from others, but then you're supposed to complete what you need to complete. Yeah. Don't wish your life away. Do not wish your life away. I always used to say, I wish this or I wish that when I was a kid, and they would respond with, don't wish your life away. Don't wish your life away. In grade school, a boy would push me down on the way home from school, and my dad said, you take judo lessons, yeah, and so you can take care of yourself. Now go take care of yourself. That's what dad used to tell this guy. Now the next day, I stood up to him, and from then on, that boy walked with me instead of after me. Amazing. So you need to be tough sometimes, you know. He said to me recently, the best advice for a single mid-30s daughter, meet all the men in person. They are options. You decide, you have the power, not them. Amazing. To all the ladies out there, meet all the men in person. They are options. You decide, you have the power, not them. Amazing. Thank you for that, Father. Now, if you don't like the thoughts playing in your head, change the channel. It may sound silly, but he also makes the gestures of turning a TV channel. This is amazing. So it's just like you're sitting there, and then your dad tells you, hey, if you don't like the thoughts, in your head, if you don't like the thoughts that are playing in your head, you better change the channel. And then to make it even more interesting, he would come on the TV and he changes the TV channel so that you get the depiction of what he's trying to talk about. Amazing. Well thought. Never let the bullshit you, Jesus Christ. And never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Who cares what people think? Just do what makes you happy. Amazing. That be proud, and that everybody has a soft side, no matter how armored they seem. There's always that sentimental bit, there's always that emotional bit of every human being who seems to be muscular, who seems to be well acquainted with everything. There's always that soft bit. Yeah, that's what this person's dad told him or her. When I was 8 years old, Dad lost his car keys in a sand dune. I was extremely inconvenient, we were miles from help, and he started laughing maniacally. Naturally, I was perplexed at how this was funny, to which he said, sometimes in life, all you can do is choose whether to laugh or cry. It stuck with me for 20 years and shapes my philosophy now of being very careful about what we choose to really let bother us, and what deserves to just have a laugh at the absurdity of it. Wow, that's amazing. So not everything is supposed to make you cry. No. Some things you just have to look at them and smile and be like, you laugh at them. Don't be the fastest car on the road, because sometimes when you rush, you crash. Very important. He showed me how to just love on folks and not judge people. It's very amazing. Time is money, don't waste it. When you waste time, you've wasted money. My dad told me, my 20s are for me, and never let the gas tank get below half. Wow. For every 20-year-old, this is our time. For every 20-year-old, this is our time. This is our time, and never let the gas tank get below half. Why? Because we're supposed to be grinding. This is a time where we're supposed to lay the foundations. So this is a time we're supposed to lay the foundations of our legacy, the foundations of our wealth, the foundations of our next generation. So people in 20s like me, this is our time. This is our time to never let the gas tank get below half. Shit happens. Dana's dad told her that shit happens. Just like that. My dad told me at 12 years old, it was time for me to get a job. Best advice ever. I started babysitting, then I started always purchasing my school clothes. I have not stopped working ever since then. I learned I have choices. I learned I controlled my income, and I learned at an early age that I thrive with momentum, and that I always have a can-do attitude from a very early age. Thank you, Dad, for this life-changing advice. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, that is very, very much important. You know, sometimes parents, they are protective, They don't want to push us, the kids, out there at an early age to get the touch or not to get the experience of certain things. So they be like, oh, my kid, now what if this happens? And yet, in actual sense, the earlier the better. So if you have the opportunity to let your kid get out and get to see things and get to learn things as early as possible, the better is their future. Don't think, just do. We can worry about it later, but first do. It's amazing. Amazing. Don't worry, just do. That's amazing. Ironically enough, my dad always told me to never depend on a man, to make my own money, to be educated, to have my own life, and not rely on a man for financial support. That is very, very important. You know, sometimes men think because they have money, they have everything, and so they cripple you, they enforce themselves on you. But hey, my friend, my sisters, make money, they will kneel for you. That is very, very much amazing, and it's very much important for you young ladies that you make your money, that you be educated. No man is going to despise you because you deserve a lot. You deserve a lot. You deserve a lot. You deserve a lot. I don't know how much I can say this, but you deserve a lot. Therefore, make your own money. Have money. Be humble. Make money. Be educated. These men won't enforce themselves on you. They won't break you just because you don't have money. They won't break you just because you're not educated. Make your own money. Have God in your heart. You have a good life. Always pick the tougher subjects first. Learn and act on those tougher subjects. Once that's complete, the rest of the subjects are easy peasy. It's amazing. So when you do what is hard, then your life becomes easy than when you do what is easy and life gets tough. That's amazing. From Namita. That's amazing. That's amazing. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Never stop being curious about the world, and learning is a life project. Learning does not end. However much you amount to have this great PhD, you have very big titles, you're a doctor, you are a philosophist, learning does not end. It's a life project. Violence doesn't solve everything. The best example is being a mosquito on the balls. The men, you have understood that. For the lady, I don't know. Tackle hard shit head on. Don't wait or it gets worse. Best advice ever. Okay. Build on a hill and make sure you get a job with benefits. Wow. Build on a hill and make sure you get a job with benefits. That's amazing. My dad taught me many things, but the one that is sticking out to me this morning is perspective taking. When I encountered challenges as a teen, he taught me to step back and ask myself, 10 years from now, will this even be something I remember, or will it even have an impact on my life by then? The answer was usually a no. I love and miss my dad. Amazing. So literally, you don't have to stay on things that ain't going to add you or that ain't changing your future. The past is past, and you have nothing else you can do to change it. But you can do something today that can change your tomorrow, that can change your future. Are we together? Not everyone will have the same heart as you, Melinda. It will be very disappointing for you, but don't let it get you down. Keep being you. Keep being you. Trisha, keep being you. Everyone that is watching this, keep being you. Samuel, keep being you. Zash, keep being you. He would say this in Greek. Cook before you get hungry. Cook before you get hungry. That means you're supposed to prepare before you need something. Let's say if you're going for a competition, let's say you're a footballer, before you go and you need those skills, you need to train. You need to put in that hard work. You need to put in the behind the scene things, and then you feed your hunger. So cook before you get hungry. Wanting to teach us to prepare and think ahead. Also respect for self, for others, for the law, and for the environment. Thank you so much. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money does not grow on trees. It's worked for. I guess that's what the dad meant. My dad told me it doesn't matter how many times you have to start all over again. That's life. That's being human. So if you're falling, it doesn't matter how many times you're falling. What's most important is how many times you rise up, dust yourself, and continue pursuing your dream, and continue chasing after your goal, and continue moving forward. And sorry for that accident. But at least you chose a lesson out of it, because it's not about the tragedies that we face, but it's the lessons that we get from those tragedies that matters. Usually in life is full of all those. It is full of tragedies, it's full of turmoil, it is full of very different bad things, but how we interpret them, perspective, how we see them, how we choose to learn from them, is what grows us, is what grows our muscles. It is what keeps us moving forward and never giving up. That's amazing. Now this one's that taught her to be persistent and never to give up. Amazing. Can't remember any. How dare you say that in a comment section? You cannot remember any. Okay, if you can't remember any, then remember this. Let me give you a quote from Lois House. That people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Always consider the source. Advice, criticism, news, always consider where it's coming from before you blanketly accept it as factual. You don't just have to go by anything, because they said now people are dying at this particular age because they have taken this. Now young people are dying at this particular age because of this. You don't have to just take that as a truth. No. You don't have to take it as a fact just because a lot of people are saying it. We are living a time where myths have become beliefs, where people think that what is wrong is actually becoming true, but that ain't supposed to be the case. I think this is what this man meant. You need to get to the source, the gist of the issue, and you see it for yourself, upon which you make the jurisdiction to say, okay, yes, it's true, or it's not. My dad told me, growing up, every day is a new day, a new opportunity to make a difference, and I always try to live by that. That is amazing. And I want this to go to all of us, that every single day that comes, every single day you see the sun rising up, it's a new day. It's a new day for us it's a new opportunity for us to make a difference. Therefore, choose to make a difference. Make a deliberate choice today to make a difference. Don't be too frightened when you're going through something. The fact that you're too frightened makes the enemy have more power over you. Trisha, be strong. Be strong. It doesn't matter what comes your way. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. He taught me how I wanted to be by showing me how not to be. If you have gotten that, you're wise. If you can't pay cash for it, you can't afford it. Amazing. Always try as hard as you can. Even if you fail, you will know you did. You will know you tried. So don't just let things go. Life is 90% attitude. Life is 90% attitude. Amazing. My dad's words of wisdom: change your place, change your luck. Never borrow money. If you want something, save it, then buy with cash. Amazing. Be 15 minutes early. When you give someone your word, keep it. Don't spend more than you make. Pay your bills on time. And lastly, my father, Mr. Chirinya Richard Gallant. He is teaching us, he has taught us to be as humble as possible. That it doesn't matter how much wealth you amount. It doesn't matter how much dignity you amount. It doesn't matter the titles on your head. It doesn't matter how large your pieces of land are. What is most important is to have humility. Because with humility comes even more. I've come to the realization that even the Bible says that God uplifts the humble, and for the proud he pulls down. So you're going to be rich, or if you're not yet rich, if you are rich already, but you need to be humble. If you are not yet rich, you simply need to discover your true self and manifest that which is within you, and that is going to make you money. But even when you get to that stage, stay humble. This cuts across. Yes, we are the solutions to every problem we criticize. Yes, we are the answers to our generation, to our societies. But irrespective of all those things that we are, we need to be as humble as possible. That is the greatest advice that I'm learning from my father, and I pray it stays with me, and it goes to my offspring, and it goes through my legacy, and it goes to my great grandkids. Because when you teach your son, you have taught your son's son, and you've taught your grandson's son. Are we together? So if this resonates with you, give it a like, share it with as many people as possible. And I believe if you didn't have a father in your life, I'm quite sorry. I'm sorry about that. But all this that we have gone through today, you can choose one thing that will help you, that can be a pillar to you, that can be your support system, that you can stand upon and be like, I'm going to make a difference in my life and in my society. If that is you, give this video a thumbs up, share it with as many people as possible. If it resonates with you, let us know what your father has given you. I'll be glad to read what your father has given you. And it's not only helping you, it helps others. When you share something, you have shared something, and you're making a difference by sharing what you have. That's being generous with your light. So please share with us what your father shared with you, what your father gave you, what your father engrafted in you, what your father instilled in you to help you, so that you may help others. You and I are making a difference. You and I are making a change in our generation. Remember, I said we are not the next generation, we are this generation. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you ain't already. Only if you believe what we believe, that is to discover our true selves, that we may inspire others to do the things that inspire them. My name is Kine. It's been a blessing sharing with you all these different advices from different fathers, from different countries, from different sources. God bless you, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's a blessing.